I always love a good challenge. Hi and welcome to my studio. My name is Lisbeth and I am an abstract mixed media artist. One of the ways to get yourself going and develop your craft skills and your art can be to give yourself a challenge, set of rules or some prompts to work with or after. We all probably know the fear of the blank white paper or fabric. Or we also sometimes don't know what to do but would like to do something. So setting up a simple rule or some simple rules can get you started. And when your first is going, you will often experience that one idea leads to another idea. Also, you are allowed to change the rules during the process. There is not such a thing as a collage police. So today I will show you a couple of simple ways to make collages. It is also a nice way to practice working with composition. So for the challenges today, we will be using these small pre-cut watercolor pieces. They are 10 by 10 centimeters. My big scrap box, and it's really big. And you will need a glue stick, a little ruler and a scissor, and that is all. These here are 4 examples of the first way I'm going to show you. They are done that way. This first challenge I call the 5-minute challenge. I don't have a clock or something I can take time with, because I'm filming with my phone and that is where my clock or timer is. But if you had a watch you can set, or your phone you can set for 5 minutes, that is the first thing you're going to do when you're ready to get started. So but I will see if I can keep an eye on the clock here I have beside me. So the first thing I do is to take my big scrap box. You can see it is enormous, and then I close my eyes, and then I put my hand down here and take what I got up here. That is the first thing I do. And some of the pieces are perhaps with the back up, so you can just go through them and see if there's pieces you want to turn, or to see what it is you have here. So I think they perhaps are here, the most of them, so we can see what we got here. So the next thing I would do, if I could do it, that was to set my timer for 5 minutes and start to make a collage with these elements here. It is totally up to you how you would do it. So some like to take a piece up, glue it down, take a piece up and glue that down, take another piece up and glue that down. Others prefer to what I call additioning, and that is, for the most of the time, the way I do it is to pick some pieces that you think looks nice together and try to put them in some kind of pattern or way you like. There's a blue one here. Yeah. It is no secret that I like torn edges. So perhaps this is a... yes, I am in frame. Perhaps I can come a little closer here. You don't need to see all my papers now, but perhaps it is better to see this thing here. Yes, I think I will glue that one down first. And I don't mind going over the edges because I will cut them clean when I'm done. To have a piece of this in here, just to give it a little. Yeah, I need something in there. What could it be? What could it be? Perhaps this piece here. Yeah. Missing a little piece down here. And now I have glued papers down, so I'm have a layer, a base layer. And then you can look at it and see, does it have to go this way or this way? And yeah, you never know. And I also have this piece here. I think I would just glue that down there. Boops, boops. I don't know how many minutes this has taken me, but it isn't many. And there you can see you have your first little collage. Yeah, I can see here on the video it is taking me 6 minutes. So that was the first one. I have been going through all the papers I grabbed the first time, and I will make another one with the same papers as I have had all the time. And I think I will try to make one in some stronger colors. I always like to have text in my collages, so I think this would be nice. And then cut some of this off. That's from a sewing pattern. Perhaps that is too much with these two things. I will start to try to, but I will glue these pieces down here and see. again, imagine I have my 5 minutes, so sometimes it's to turn your brain off and just let your hands work and see what you can make. Not so take so long time to decide what you want to do and what you don't want to do. This one there, and where was this pink one here? Yeah, like this. Pink isn't usually a color I prefer to work with, but that's also a nice challenge to perhaps say to yourself, I will only choose colors I don't like, and see what you can make of that. That was the first layer, and oh, some piece of gold here. It's a little heavy, but if I had used a thicker glue, I'll just cut it clean here first. I like to work on this 425 DSM watercolor paper. It is quite sturdy and don't buckle very much. Again, what way? This was the way I made it. But sometimes it is nice to move it around and see if there's another way. If you want, you think it looks better, and perhaps I think it looks nice that way. That's too much. I will find another glue and glue that down, but I think this looks nice. Another way you can do it is to give yourself permission to dig in the box and pick up 10-15 pieces of paper you think looks nice together and try to make a collage of them. And you can see I have been through the box and find these different ochre, yellowish, greenish papers. Not many, but I think I will try to see if I can make a collage with them. Yeah. Okay. You can always start with a big piece if that's what you want, and to lighten it up, you can perhaps put a piece like this in your collage. I can take my smaller one, put it that way. Again, I like the torn edges, so I think I will be brave and start already to glue these two pieces down. Then I can always glue something over it, or over them. That is the brave way, just gluing down. You see that there was much white here, so I glued it down so it just would be cut off. course you can use matte medium or any kind of glue you prefer, but since this is just for practicing, this is fine with a glue stick. Then I will see if I can, go that way and that way. And perhaps I can lift this up here and see if I can find a piece to go under there. Yeah, this is a strong yellow. I quite like the yellow on my old days here. Before I never used yellow, but I like them now. Just a little peek here, and I will cut the edges clean. I work in these small pieces, 10 by 10 centimeters, to show you, and so it won't take the whole weekend to make a video, but of course you can scale it up and do 20 by 20 centimeters or rectangles or whatever you like. But remember, the bigger substrate, the bigger pieces you probably want to use. So that was the base layer. Let us see what we can do here. I quite like this here, and don't know, that's too green. This piece here, perhaps we can go up here instead. And put them this way here, and then a small piece down here. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I will glue these two on here first. No matter how many scraps I use, I don't think I ever will get rid of them all. They are piling up from everywhere. I also have this big box with when I'm teaching collage classes, and people put their leftovers in, and also use other people's leftovers and my leftovers here. And I like that because it is always fun to use other people's papers, and not only your own papers. So yeah, that also looks very nice that way. So perhaps like this instead. Yeah, you can see I made it this way, but in fact I like it much better that way. So that would be the way I'm gonna do it. Some old music sheet paper here. Yeah, that's a fine one too. And it's only leftovers. This little bird was in my box. I haven't seen it, but I've cut, not fussy cut it, but cut it as the best I can, because I think it is from a newspaper. And I think it looks nice there. I seldom do things where you can recognize what it is, and that is a bird, or everyone can see that, but I seldom do that. But sometimes I think it's quite nice to have a little recognizable thing in there. So this one will have a little bird in it, in the collage. So let's take it out there. So yeah, what I will show you is I have done the same. I have picked in my box all these rusty earthy tones, and my prompt for this one will be you can either use straight edges or torn edges. I very often use torn edges, so to be a little challenged, I would make my prompt only to have straight edges. Of course, the 4 edges is straight, but with straight edges, I mean like this, and not this. This is torn. So everything I do will have straight edges. So perhaps I can start cutting them at once. But perhaps that is easier. I don't know. I haven't done this prompt like this before. But that is always nice to try something new. Yeah, that is also here. But that's too big. If we want to have a lot of stripes, perhaps that could be funny to see if I could make a lot of stripes. This one here, this one, and perhaps this one. And you can also take your ruler and do it like this. I can see some of them aren't long enough, and therefore I think I would put a stripe in the bottom. What do I have that's long enough? Boop, boop, boop. Perhaps this one here. Sitting some small fragments here. Get off, get off. Oops, 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 there. And perhaps up here too. I don't know if they will be visible, but perhaps they will. So I would also glue one up here. Yeah, that was the start. and this one will be covered. That isn't a thing you're meant to see. So the first long stripe is this one. Down. And the next one. Be this one. And then we will have a short one here. And that was why this was necessary. And then we'll have this one. Down here. And this one. So I will cut the edges clean on this one. And these scraps are too small to save, so they will go in the bin. But these two are big enough to go back in the bin. So here is a collage where every edge is a straight edge. And I think I would take this piece here and see if I can cut it more straight than it is now. Like this. And where do I want to put it? I prefer, if you have a lot that's going that way, to have something to break it up that's going that way. And I think this is doing it. Yeah, I think about there. So. I don't like this white edge here, so I think I will take a crayon or something and just give it a little color there. But you can see it doesn't take very long to make these small collages. And you can always work further on them or doodle on them and stamp on them and paint on them and do whatever you like. But all these are made from scraps and with some prompts or some rules I set for myself. So the 5-minute challenge, by picking up a bunch with your eyes closed, pick up 10 or 15 pieces in some colors you like and make a collage with them. Do collages only with straight edges or torn edges. You can choose also to, if you have a lot of black and white papers, only to use black and white papers. Yeah, what can we do more? You could, yeah, the really brave thing is to put your hand in the box with closed eyes and just pick one piece of paper and glue that down. Close your eyes again, pick another piece of paper and glue that down again. That is the bravest thing I think you can do, but it's worth trying. So I will clean my table and take some close-ups of these here. I hope you will give it a try yourself, and perhaps you can get rid of some of your scraps. I hope you find this video useful and helpful and would give it a try yourself. So until then, next time, stay safe and be creative. So bye bye for now.